Hey guys, Fizz here, and I have something I want to talk about because there's a pretty serious issue going around in this community right now. Rampant fanboyism that's just, toxically decaying this entire community that we strive so hard to cultivate. And it's a community that's made a lot of headway in the last 20 years, but ultimately, these issues, man, this fanboyism, this, these just insane corporate slave mannerisms that some of this community has, it's out of hand. And so the next 3 videos, maybe 4 if I feel like talking about Nintendo, but these next 3 videos are going to be about why I play on the specific console or system family that I play in, and we're starting with PlayStation. We're going to talk about why I play on PlayStation, and tomorrow's video is going to be about Xbox, and the video after that's going to be PC. And so it's an issue that I think we need to talk about. Fanboyism in general, it's an issue that we really need to work diligently on to remove from this community that we are all a part of. Whether or not you're watching this video, whether or not you're making your own videos, whether or not you're just on Twitter, whether or not you're playing games, you're part of this gaming community. And when this gaming community is having these issues, it does affect you too. This ignorance that we see in people. But today we're just focusing on PlayStation. Why do I play on PlayStation? A lot of people play on PlayStation because of the marginal improvements over performance as far as the 2 main consoles go. I play on PlayStation for a different reason. I've always felt that Sony has a very strong first-party lineup of games. You have things like Uncharted, God of War, things, Infamous, stuff like that, and I've always really enjoyed those games. So I bought a PlayStation 4 more for my single-player enjoyment, not necessarily to play with friends, since I don't really have a lot of friends who have a PlayStation 4, but I did buy a PlayStation for the games, for the exclusives. I definitely am feeling like I'm getting my money's worth playing through Uncharted again, playing Bloodborne, playing these games that I feel add value to the system. And I do understand that some games do perform better as far as resolution or frame rate goes on the PlayStation. But that's not the main reason that I game these days, and we'll get a little bit more into that when I talk about my Xbox and PC videos. But my PlayStation primarily serves as a portal to Sony's world of exclusives. I've been playing Infamous, I've been playing Bloodborne, God of War on my Vita, stuff like that. That's what I really enjoy about Sony, and that's the main reason I bought a PlayStation. I do understand that Call of Duty is a higher resolution, but when it comes to actually the reason that I'm playing these games, it is simply for the Sony lineup, really. That's just the main point, is just the Sony lineup, and I understand you can point at multiplats and say they run better here. You can point at multiplayer games and say they run better here. But the reason I play on my PlayStation is just primarily for those exclusives. And I know a lot of people who feel the same way, who don't feel like they need to play every game on the PlayStation just because of that increased performance, but it does vary game to game, and I do take it game to game. I look objectively, and I'll see it and determine what system or what platform, I should be more vague with that sentence, and what platform I want to buy a game for before I actually do make my purchase. And there is a very informed reasoning behind the platform that I pick, to buy the game on. And people will say, well, you play Call of Duty, so you need to get Black Ops on PlayStation for the DLC early. And first off, I don't care about month early access, but I did buy Black Ops on PlayStation because I do want to be able to play with my subscribers and my buddies and my clan mates who do have Black Ops on PlayStation, and who want to, the people who I'm supposed to be kind of, playing with and letting them practice for the competitive side, because my clan does have competitive teams. And so I felt like it'd be a service to them to be able to play with them, as well as bring that early content to my channel when it does come out. Because yes, I will be having to wait, since I do play on Black Ops 3 on PC and Xbox. I will be having to wait an extra month for the DLC, but since I have it on PlayStation as well, I can play the DLC, make videos on it, before I actually go and enjoy the DLC with my friends on Xbox or whatever later on, 30 days later. So look, I play on PlayStation for different reasons than a lot of people play, and I understand that. I'm not I'm not the kind of person who will just dedicate their life to one family, one system, one platform, whatever. I'm not that person. I'll always be a multi-consoled, a multi-platform gamer. It's just kind of the way I am since I was a little kid. We can get into my console history in a future video, but you know, it's not the way that I am with gaming. I game for the games themselves, and not necessarily for the performance. And so if there's a system or a platform where I can't get a specific game I want to play, I will usually find a way to play on that system. Before I owned a PC, like a dedicated gaming PC, I would play games at my buddy's house who does have a dedicated gaming PC, and it was fun. It was a lot of fun. I still got to enjoy some of those old games like Myst, Myst and early World of Warcraft. You know, things like that. I still got those experiences even though I didn't own a PC. And now that I do own a PC, I can enjoy the exclusive experience. I can enjoy the you know, enhanced multi-plat and stuff like that. But we'll of course we'll get into that in the PC video. I don't want to get too much into that now, but it was always the same way when I was growing up with the different consoles I didn't have, whether it been, you know, the Sega, Nintendo, or now Microsoft and Sony. I always kind of got I always had somebody who had one or the other, and when I was a little kid, I didn't have the money for consoles, man. I didn't buy consoles like I do now. I just played what my friends had, and that kind of transitions me perfectly into the Xbox video, which is coming tomorrow. So if you enjoyed this, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I really hate seeing the direction that this community is turning. Fanboyism, the rampant just lying and, you know, disproving fact, or not disproving facts, but dismissing facts, all this crazy toxic behavior, man, it just needs to stop. And we got to remember that we're all just gamers at the end of the day. I don't understand why everything has to be so black and white. So if you play on this system, or if you enjoy this system, or if you own this system, you're not a real gamer. I get that that term gets thrown around all the time, real gamer, like as if there's some kind of pedestal where if you play a game on Xbox, you're not a real gamer because you're not enjoying all the P's. It just kind of sucks, man. When you're a gamer, when you're passionate about what you do, it sucks seeing the rift grow between everybody in the community. It really does, especially when you see these people getting up on YouTube, acting like females and lying their asses off just to get views, being as controversial as they can for the sole purpose of gaining that YouTube money. It's not fun. It makes us all look bad. Anyways, that's all for this video. So, again, if you enjoyed this video, like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. We're going to be talking about Xbox next. So, see you in the next one. Stay classy, guys.